What's going on, my tapped out auto fam? Holy hell, I need to do something with my hair, huh? It's your boy, Dirty Boy. What's going on out there, huh? Well, I sure as hell don't get any comments from nothing. Nothing. I mean, I guess everything I do is perfect. Nobody comments on shit. But, yeah, we're having an issue finding some parts today. That 360 motor that I'm overhauling, I'm not really doing any videos on it. I never overhauled a 360 Ford motor before. 360 Dodge, you know, when I was real young, but not a 360 Ford. So I did everything right. It's all together now. It spins over good, but harmonic balancer, the harmonic balancer that's on it, the numbers that I typed in on the harmonic balancer says it goes for a Chevrolet, and it's on a 360 Ford. But the numbers off the front of the harmonic balancer says that it comes off of a Chevrolet. So I guess Chevrolet and 360 Fords, harmonic balancers, it doesn't work. So I went to the auto parts to try to get one. Everybody says it's discontinued. Even the Ford house, O'Reilly's, said that they could get one. I think it was O'Reilly's. Pretty sure that's what he said, it was O'Reilly's. And the harmonic balancer, just the harmonic balancer, guys, $600. $600. Oh, shit. So, and yeah, the harmonic balancers are completely different. So I'm hoping and stuff like that we could find one pretty soon. But today we have that 2008 Chevy Impala. Like I said in my last video with that, she needs to spend her money elsewhere besides of a leak that doesn't fucking exist. Matter of fact, we gotta check that transmission fluid. If that thing is leaking as bad as they say, then that transmission fluid should be pretty low right now. And if it is leaking as bad as the oil lube place, it wasn't a Jiffy Lube, it was a oil lube place. I just call them all Jiffy Lubes. I'm waiting for a call. Then that is just, where is it blowing out the damn exhaust pipe? If that's the case, then what the hell's going on there, huh? But, yeah, because there's no evidence whatsoever underneath that car that is telling me it's got a major leak. Except for the rack and pinion steering. That's telling me it's got a major leak. But, she says she doesn't lose any power steering fluid that much, so we got to check that out too. So a couple things we got to check out. I'm just checking the old messages right now. Oh yeah, the fan spacer. The fan spacer on that truck too. It's just a little aluminum, kind of octagon. Pronounce that right? It's about this long and stuff like that. Kind of got to have it and stuff like that so it clears everything. Can't find that damn thing neither. So yeah, guys, trying to get these old classic cars right here fixed back up, it's a challenge. Alright, well, I'm going to fire up the old air compressor. Already got the car parked where it needs to be. And yeah, we're going to get it done. Be right back. Alright guys, we got the hood open on it. I'm going to check this. Now I know I got this car, but that shouldn't affect the reading on the dipstick because the fluid was already stuck to the dipstick before I pulled it in. What are we just going to say? They ain't losing a drop of transmission fluid. Not a drop. Let's see. Put this back in. Yeah, if anything, it's overpulled. Don't see that? I know I'm supposed to start it before checking the fluid, but it's clear the hell up here. So once we get done with the wheel bearings on this thing, I'm gonna lower it down and check it out again. But yeah, I think they overfilled her transmission when supposedly it was low. That's not good for this. So we're gonna check it out. Alright, let's get this tire off. Alright guys, we're back on the wheel bearing. Now, I know a lot of people and stuff like that, I hear all the time, oh, I would never order through Rock Auto or any of them places online, especially like Scotty Kilmer and Scotty Kilmer channel. Well, I like Rock Auto, non-sponsored. And these right here is the same brand that you get from Napa. Same brand, same box, same everything you would get from Napa. And I think this wheel bearing from Napa, I think it was, hey, you told me like 140 bucks, something like that. And both of these, both wheel bearings for both sides for this car was, I think, around 80. And everybody's like, well, you have to wait 2 or 3 weeks or stuff like that to get these wheel bearings. Guys, I ordered these wheel bearings on Friday, I think it was. I think it was Friday morning is when I ordered these wheel bearings. I got them Monday morning. I don't see the problem. And then everybody talks about, well, the return policy, returning them. I like Amazon's return policy. I mean, you call them up, they fax you a return label, you slap the return label on the box, and you take it up and turn it in and ship it off. That's it. And then once, and this is another thing I like about dealing with Rock Auto, is you don't gotta wait until they get the part for them to send you another one back. The only thing you gotta do is just have the shipping label. So the shipping label scanned, you're good. Even when you return stuff that doesn't work or broken, as soon as they scan it, it's returned to your account. I mean, it's a great policy. I hope they never change it, because I know a lot of people probably taking disadvantage of that shit. But, alright, let's get this tire off. See, that's the problem with people like Scotty Kilmer, is they're millionaires. You know, he says 100 times that he's a millionaire. For some reason, people still keep giving him money. I don't know. I think if he's a millionaire, he shouldn't be monetized. You know, I think if he's a millionaire, he could afford it for, you know, YouTube to give the money to somebody else that deserves it. Well, not deserve it, but needs it. I ain't saying that he doesn't deserve it. Of course, he does talk about the same shit all the time. I swear, I kind of get bored of watching his damn YouTube videos, because Jesus, I know the whole fucking history about Toyotas now, and I really didn't want to. Alright. Tires on this thing ain't bad. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, that's nice and shiny. So somebody has put a new axle on this side. So that's cool. At least that ain't gonna be hell to come out. Some big ass brakes for this car. Oh shit, look at there. Transmission mount broke. See that? Yeah, transmission mount broke. Yeah, it is not supposed to be that way. And you see it cracked down here and stuff. So I imagine she bought this off of a car lot, so I imagine that the people that used to own this car and stuff before her probably did some burnings in it, stuff like that. You know, these cars and stuff, people sell them from the car lots and everything. The only thing they do is take these damn cars out there and just ruthlessly beat the shit out of them. And I'm guilty of it myself. When I was a young kid, early 20s especially, oh yeah, we tore the shit up out of these Impalas, Malibus, Grand Ams. I mean, we destroyed quite a few of these cars, and that's pretty much why people buy these cars, for their kids to destroy. And yeah, it needs a lower control arm. It looks like the sway bar end links. Now, that one hadn't been, she said she's only owned this car for a little over a year. That one had not been replaced in quite some time. It takes longer than that for the rust to gather. But it does look like they replaced an axle though. The axle looks like it's about a year old. Alright, we gotta get in here and check out that wheel bearing. Now, another thing what could have happened on this wheel bearing before I cut off to get some shit ready is if this nut right here, especially on these Chevrolet cars, if this nut is not torqued down to factory specs, then your wheel bearing will not last at all. It'll probably last about a year and then quit. So I'm just curious of what this nut is torqued down to. So I think I'm gonna find the torque specs, find my torque wrench, and I think I want to check the torque on this just to find out. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Still digging the tripod. All right. Let's see here. Just a minute. Torque specs for a 2008 Chevy Impala front wheel bearing. And that's literally, guys, as easy as you think. I mean, seriously. Just get right on Google and it's easier than you think. Alright, it says here no more than 15 to 20 pounds. Huh? So 15 to 20 pounds. What it says right there. For a 2008, right, 15 to 20 pounds. That's not really much. Let's see here. Check out one more place. And let's see. Oh, my mistake, guys. That 15 to 20 pounds is for the 3 bolts that bolts the wheel bearing to the spindle. Let's see here. 1/2-inch nut. Yep, 1/2-inch nut. Between 75 to 85 foot-pounds. Huh. Why doesn't that seem to be right? Hang on just a minute, guys. Alright, guys, I had to call my local auto parts store, and he said that his book is $155. So you can call your local auto parts store and see if they can help you, or a machine shop. All 3 of the ones that I seen on Google was wrong. So, at least according by my local auto parts store, they were wrong. So, my local auto parts store says $155. That's a lot. Let's go for $155. And maxes this thing completely the hell out. Well, let's see here. I think they got it tighter than that. Oh yeah, it's a lot tighter than 155. They must have got probably 200 pounds, it fucking seems like, on that nut. So they over tightened the nut. What they probably did is, they probably just said to hell with it. Took one of these and just, no, not how it works, guys. Let's see. Yeah, they had about 200 pounds on that one. So that was wrong. Alright, we removed the center nut. Now, am going to remove this outer. Now look at this, guys. This is what I don't fucking understand about mechanics. Now this was done at a shop. I can tell that they replaced this outer tie rod right here. This outer tie rod's new, okay? But tell me, what do y'all see wrong with this inner tie rod looking at it right now? Now mind you, this was only done less than a year ago. So tell me what you see is wrong with this. A lot of you guys got it right there. What's wrong with this? It's not greased. Look. It's not greased. There's no, I can push my finger in there and feel nothing but metal. There's no grease. But they got grease on the metal fit, or the grease circle. So this wire's not broke. I don't see any grease shooting out anywhere. So what'd you do? You just do this to fake some shit? I mean, I don't get that. I mean, I can obviously tell there is no grease in this damn thing. None. And I will prove that once I put grease in here. I mean, that's just why. That's why I don't work at mechanic shops. It's shit like that. And yes, safety first. And then why did they tell her about the transmission mount? Why didn't they tell her about the lower control arm? You know? Why did they grease the outer? I don't get it. Don't fucking get why mechanics do that shit. I mean, what are you saving? 10 cents worth of grease? Yeah, there is no grease in that. But they got grease on the grease fitting. I don't get it, guys. Some of these guys I just don't get. See how I could tell that that damn thing just been replaced? Because that carter pin would have never came out that easy if it didn't just get replaced sometime soon. Oh, man. I have to go get a hammer. And the reason why I'm taking this off, even though we're not replacing it, is because it's easier to move the tire around. So, yeah, I gotta go get a hammer. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we got it off. Yeah, if you could tell, I don't know if you can tell by the camera, but this seal is smashed all the way down inside these bearings. I don't know if this thing was done a year ago and I could feel it. Right there. This wheel bearing is most definitely junk. Junk. Now, let's see if the one from Rock Auto is the same. Looks the same. Nice, wrapped up in plastic. Really heavy. I mean, compared to the one I just took off, guys, this thing here is probably, no lie, a couple of pounds heavier. At least. It feels at least a pound heavier. Alright, check it out. Ooh, that's nice and smooth. Alright, now let's see if it fits. I hate these damn dust shields. You would think they would try to make some kind of a way to, you know, keep them on the damn car. Okay. Huh? Slipped right on. Thank you, Rock Auto. Not sponsored. So, get this wire in here. Let me get a bolt in here, guys, and we'll just see if it plugs in. I really don't want this thing dropping on my feet. Here we go. Like that. It goes underneath the damn axle like that. Okay. Does it plug in? Look at there. Plugs right in. And then snaps right on. Look at that shit. Awesome. Alright. Just spin her back around. And this bottom bolt working just fine. Put in this top one. And watch, this side here was fairly came off easy. But that other side is gonna be a bitch. $13mm for the bolts for the wheel bearing, 13mm for to take the brake caliper off, and 15mm to take the caliper bracket off. These back ones, you really don't have to use a torque wrench on them because 15-20 pounds. I know this gun right here will do that, and there's nothing going to bind or anything with that. Now the center nut on the center nut here, that's a different story. There is one.
Yes.
I know for 100% fact that is pretty damn close to the right torque spec. You want to see? Let's see. 15-20 pounds. I'll rack this somebody down for y'all. Let's just check it out. So there ain't no, in case anybody does want to comment on me, like I don't ever get any comment at all. There. Oh. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. It's but that gets a little too damn much. There's a 10 pounds right there. We're going to put on 15 pounds. Okay, well, let's just go to 20. Because it said 15 to 20. So we're going to go to 20. Boom. Right there on 20 pounds. So let's see. Think I got it 20 pounds, guys? Oh, look at that. 20 pounds on the money. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put all this shit back on the rotor. Just like that. Gonna do the caliper bracket next. And it's like that. Look back here. kind of huge. Grab this. A 13 millimeter or 15 millimeter. 15 mil. Now on these guys, don't go hard ass wild. You take your breaker bar and just get a little oomph on these bolts. Nothing serious, just a little, that's it. You know, don't want to do nothing crazy. Just a little, that's it. Alright. Now we just put the caliper back on. Got the two 13 millimeter bolts. Now these, I like to ratchet these on because they have been known to strip, break, and what have you. So, take the damn socket off the breaker bar and do it in a damn toolbox. So these here, you don't want to get these extremely tight. You just want to get them good and snug. Good and snug, that's it. You don't want to... Just like that. Anymore, I do brakes by myself. I had an incident one time where last mechanic shop I worked at, we had this young kid working with us that he didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, and for some reason my boss decided to have me, my manager, and this dumbass kid work on his truck at the same time. Well, I did all the wheel bearings in this truck, and I was putting the brake calipers on. Well, the kid comes over and stuff like that, you know, asked if I, you know, wants to turn and shit. So I gave him a turn, and I didn't mind walking off. And 18 millimeter for the bottom of this. And so I walked away, went and washed my hands, and let him do it. Well, he forgot to tighten up the caliper bolt, like I told him to. The caliper bracket bolts, like I told him to. And you know, I was so goddamn covered in grease from doing the wheel bearings, I decided to just go ahead and let him do it, you know. So after I got done letting him do it and stuff like that, my boss at that time decided he was going to take a road trip with him and his family. And guess what? The brake caliper fucking falls off, screws up his tire, fucks up all kinds of shit. And you know who got blamed for it? This guy. Yeah, so no more of that shit in my life. Alright, now I'm gonna be right back. We're gonna get the grease gun. Yes, I know we still gotta tighten up the center nut, but I do things in order. Alright, now let's see. Oh, look at there. There. That ought to make her steer better a little bit, huh? Maybe not make any much noise. Now let's see, is there anything else to grease on this puppy right here? I don't see anything else to grease. You can see here, see how nice and puppy this is? You know how puppy that is? See, I can barely push on it. That's the way it's supposed to be. Mechanics, start doing your damn job. They'll get paid for the shit. The hell? Tired of going around you motherfuckers, even though it's, you know, extra income, I guess, for me. But I'm tired of fixing those fuck-ups all the time. Alright, now, my air compressor is just a Harbor Freight 120 PSI air compressor. So I know that this gun is not going to get it nowhere close to 155 pounds. So with this gun, I can't, well, with the air that I have supplied to me, I know that I'm not going to get this nut nowhere close to the specs that it needs to be. So that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. If you're in a mechanic shop and you have the air that you're supposed to need, just ram it up in there just a little bit, tap the trigger a couple times, and then do your torque. A lot of you YouTubers out there, mechanics, are like, oh, you don't need to torque those nuts, just tighten them down and you're good. Well, keep on doing it. In about a year's time, your ass will be redoing your wheel bearings. They make those factory specs for a reason. They don't make them for shits and giggles. There you go. That's how it's done, son. Alright, guys. We did it. Got the wheel bearing done. Got to do the one on the other side because it's actually worse than this one. But y'all got an idea how to go. And always tension down your torque wrench. Always. No matter if you're still using the tool or not. It doesn't take that much to doing it, but alright. So, we have, the guy told y'all what the damn center nut of this fucker is. Let's see if I can see it. Man, these damn sockets are getting old. So 34 millimeter, 34 millimeter, 13 millimeter, 15 millimeter. The 3 bolts for the bearing itself is 13 millimeter. 15 to 20 foot-pounds on the wheel bearing bolts. Nicely snug, lightly snug, 155 torque-pounds. And that's it, guys. The actual wheel bearing. And like I showed you, if you want it easier, just take this off here. Fairly snug. Just make sure that your cotter pin is lined up with the hose, and don't forget to put in your cotter pin. A lot of people forget that, and that damn cotter pin comes out. Also, outer tie rod. Check and see if your outer tie rod is puffy like this. See how puffy it is? Not sunk in like it was when I took this damn tire off. See how puffy that is? That's the way it's supposed to be. So if it's not like this, and you do not have a greaser, then change your outer tie rod. If it's not like this and it does have a greaser, put some grease in it. If this breaks, your tire goes and your ass goes into a ditch. Alright guys, that's it with this side. I'm going to go ahead and get the other side done, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. But that's how it's done. Remember, keep it dirty. Done with this side. I wasn't gonna make a video of it, but how the hell with it? Well, I'm gonna let y'all see half of the job. Alright, it's over with. Again, this side over here, as y'all can see, there's no grease in that outer tie rod. But why is the outer tie rod covered in grease? There's no grease in it, but it's covered in grease. That just doesn't make any sense. It's not gonna work if there ain't no grease in it. But that's it, guys. It's all done. That wheel burn is definitely bad. Sitting right there, thing. So we're gonna take it for a drive in a minute and see how she sounds. All right, guys, we're on the conclusion of the 2008 Chevy Impala. So we're gonna check this transmission fluid out before we take it for a cruise. It's been sitting here running this entire time, guys, and I don't see shit dripping underneath it. Let's see. Has not moved down at all. It's at the same spot it was in. So, I'll see what it's running. Take a look underneath. It does say a quart low on the dipstick, but it did say a quart low on the dipstick when I checked it the last time. And I wanted to leave it in the same spot. See where it was at, I know exactly where to put it. Now let's look up underneath here. Get y'all really nice and up underneath here. There we go. Now the car's running. This thing is on plywood. And I don't see one damn thing anywhere dripping. And as bad as they said this thing leaked, it'll be dripping. I don't see nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set y'all guys right here. I'm going to get y'all a good look underneath this car. Just like that. I'm going to look myself. And this is an electric throttle, so I'm going to wrap it up a couple times and see what happens. Leaky, guys? Y'all see anything? No, this damn transmission's not leaking. That fucker was, that's something that could be leaking, but it is a quart low. But it's just, like I say, it's the same spot that it was when I checked it the first time. It was a quart low. So I'm gonna see if I got some automatic transmission fluid, because I didn't want to put none in it at that time, just in case. But motor mounts on this thing is shot. Transmission mount shot. They look like they're separated. So yeah, somebody's been doing probably some neutral drops in this car. So let's shut the hood. Let's back it on out of here and let's take it for a cruise. Tire monitoring thing is still on. Service tire monitoring system. These cars have they have the air monitoring system, the receiver, or not the receiver, the transponders are in some of these cars. They're in the, some of these damn cars are on the valve stem. And then some of these damn cars, they're on the damn rim. And they're very expensive. I mean, you get some aftermarket ones, but for these damn Impalas and Chryslers, they're expensive. Never bought one for a Ford yet. Well, I'll tell you what, already backing this thing up, I'm already hearing a big difference. I don't hear that noise. That passenger side wheel bearing was most definitely shot to shit. Like I hear some rear struts or shocks. Alright, here we go. Oh, there it is, guys. No more growl. Oh, this thing actually runs pretty smooth now. Alright. Awesome. The shitty wheel bearings. Cool. I don't gotta drive this thing too far. I don't really like driving these cars too far. Not these. I'm really desperately afraid of the head gaskets. It'd be my luck. The only time this thing overheats would be when I'm driving it. So I'm gonna let this thing run in the yard for a little bit. Man, this thing's just, the howling was horrendous in this car. So that's cool. So I'm gonna park it right here where there's nothing but sand. And I'm gonna let this damn thing just sit here and idle. I don't like that damn temp gauge at all sitting right there. And for some reason, it went up to here. Guess the thermostat opened up. It came back down to here, but hell, it should be rolling that down in here. I don't like that. We're gonna let it sit here for a second. Let's look inside the garage here. I have no transmission leaks at all from it sitting here. None at all. I mean, you would think if there was any type of transmission leak with it running, you'd think I would at least see one drip. That's all I want to see is one drip. There's not one drip on this plywood. None. We're going to this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sit here. We're gonna fuck with the transmission a little bit. Not too much. I just want to get the pressure of fluid built up in the transmission. That's all I want to do. I ain't trying to make no burnouts or nothing. I just want the pressure in the transmission to build up. Okay. Oh, look at that shit. That damn dash just lights up like a fucking Christmas tree by doing that. Oh, goddamn fucking Chevrolet. Oh, that door needs to be fixed. Alright, let's see. There's no transmission drippage anywhere. None. So I don't know what the fuck. I really don't. Alright guys, that's going to conclude this. I'm going to go find a quarter transmission fluid dump in this. I don't understand It is a quart low. It was a quart low when she brought it to me. I didn't put none in it because I wanted to see if it stayed on that line. It stayed on that line. It didn't use any. She said that the lube place put 1, 2, 3 quarts of transmission fluid in it. I don't see that. If that thing was leaking transmission fluid that bad, it would be on my floor or in the damn driveway. It really would. So, yeah, I think right away Otto was just trying to screw her over. Well, guys, that's going to be it of this video. For real. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I don't see any problems with that transmission. The howling noise is gone, as y'all heard. Don't really see too much anything to worry about on that car and stuff like that. I mean, like I told her, I wouldn't sink nothing in that damn thing. I would just try to keep it on the road like she's doing until, you know, it grenades itself here probably pretty soon. It's got 120,000 miles on it. If she babies it and stuff like that, it might last her another 20, maybe 30,000 miles if she probably sinks another $1,000 into it. That's just the way them cars is. I don't think I've seen too many of them cars last over 150,000 miles. There's some out there, but not very many. At least not very many that doesn't have a shit ton of money thrown into it to get it that far. Alright guys, y'all have a good one. Stay dirty. Car's fixed. We made another customer happy. I know she's going to be happy with this. We didn't screw nobody over like these other mechanic shops. We told her exactly what was wrong with her car, and this is why I don't work for mechanic shops. A lot of mechanic shops around here is also in the village and the township's pockets, so they get by with this shit. Because all they know is all the damn people at the courthouse, so when they get sued, they just brush it underneath the carpet. Yeah. Alright guys, y'all have a good one. Later.